So this is our Yoga Nidra 60-minute class for today. And what that will include is the 15 or so minutes of joints and glands exercises. So we do a bit of movement to loosen and open up the body. And then we come into about 10 or 15 minutes of some breathing. And then it will result in us being able to come into our comfortable lying position where we're not feeling like we need to move anywhere or go anywhere. So let's begin by standing and have your feet a comfortable hip distance apart. So I generally like to turn one foot in so that the big toe touches in the inseam of one foot and then turning the foot out. And so there's a loose bend in the knees so we're not locked up. And then have a gentle fist shape where the thumbs come inside of the palms and the fingers grip around the thumbs. And then gently start to swing the arms back and forth. Simple movements, but we start to build heat, and you'll see over the course of the exercises that you will build heat just by moving the arms. So see if you can open the chest a little more and draw the shoulder blades together each time that the arms move. Then keeping the hands in fists, we now alternate with one coming back in, arms come out and long. So arms parallel and then arms straight. So it's still the same kind of action in terms of opening the chest and allowing the shoulder blades to come closer together. Making sure that you're breathing steady. Can be a little bit disjointing when we're watching the computer and trying to match up with the instructor. So please go to your own capacity and your own movement here. And now we switch over to arms just crossing, alternate crosses. Big or as small as you want it to be. Each time the arms go back, trying to open the chest a little more. And each time the arms come forward, crossing over the opposite arm and allowing the shoulder blades to actually broaden here. We realize that by using the upper body, we get into cardio much quicker. You might even feel a few cracks and pops happening in the spine and the arms, the shoulders. And you'll know whether that feels safe or unsafe, moving to your range of motion. Then gently let the arms start to slow down and eventually come to stop. And now let's clasp the hands so you're looking at your palms here and the fingers are interlaced. As you inhale, draw the arms up, flip the hands and push up, looking up to the sky, reaching your highest point, grounding through the feet. And on your exhale, the arms come wide and the elbows bend like you're doing a lat pull down. It should feel like you're giving yourself a massage. 5 more of these. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, flip the hands as they come up, pushing into your feet, looking up towards the hands if it's comfortable for your neck. Your highest point, release the hands, the elbows bend. You draw your shoulder blades down the back. 4 more times. Moving with your own rhythm, with your breath, with your body. The important thing here is that you're trying to have a smooth and a calm breath. Even when you feel a bit challenged, your heart rate may come up. you want to ensure that you're moving with how your body is turning up on the mat in this moment. Let's do it 2 more times, wherever you are. When we finish that movement, just take a moment of pause, noticing where you may be building heat or feeling sensation. Now bring your feet just a little bit wider, perhaps as wide as your mat on the short ways if you have the mat facing the computer. And turn the toes a little bit angled out and the heels more inward. Hands back into that soft fist. And we go into this twisting movement. So we start a little bit bigger and then we refine it. So as you start to twist, you lift one heel off the mat and twist in the opposite direction. It's like we're kind of doing half circles. So imagine yourself like you were spinning in the middle of the beach, or just feeling that beautiful freedom when you start to move your spine and rotate it in this way. As though you wanted to do a full circle, but we just go halfway. Definitely feeling a few cracks and pops in the spine, starting to release, which feels lovely. And now, if you like, you can join me by bringing the palms like you are carrying a tray, but keeping the movement like we were doing before. And now see if you can keep your gaze looking straight ahead as your arms and your legs move. So this helps us start to detension into the upper back and the neck. So we target the whole spine here and not just the middle torso. Maybe feeling that immediately. You may not feel that much at all, and that's okay. And let's start to soften it and bring it back to resting arms, and walk the feet back to about hip distance apart, the toes facing forward. Our next movement is preparation for Agnisara, and it's where we start to draw the earth up towards us on our exhale, and we contract the abdomen. I'll demonstrate to begin with. So your feet will stay hip distance apart, and your palms will come on the inside of your thighs, and they're turning in towards each other. And as we'll inhale, we'll tilt the tailbone up. It's like we're moving up with the tailbone. As we exhale, we're drawing the tailbone in, we're rounding the spine, and we're contracting the abdomen, the lower abdomen here. So now joining in with me, your feet are hip distance apart, your hands, just so you can see, are facing inwards, and there's that bend in your knees. So as you inhale, the gaze is forward, the tailbone lifts, and the shoulders open, the chest opens. As you exhale, chin in, tailbone curls in. Feel as though you're contracting everything from your feet, the legs, and all of the abdomen. Completely release the abdomen on inhale. Feel that lovely weightlessness of the belly as the tailbone rises. As you exhale, contract from the feet, contracting lower, middle, and upper abdomen. And release it in the exact opposite order, releasing upper, middle, lower abdomen. Completely relax the feet and the legs. Let's do it 3 more times. Exhale draws you in, you round the spine, you curl in with the tailbone, contracting the abdomen. And then you release in the opposite order. Perhaps building some heat in the belly and the whole body. 2 more times. And let's release, come to standing. And that's the end of the standing postures for the movement. So let's come down to all fours. We have a few more movements before we come to our breath work. Wrists underneath your shoulders and the knees underneath your hips. We're going to move through a couple of head rolls. So there's safe ways to do neck rolls when we're on all fours. So allow your chin and head to fully rest down and hang if it's comfortable. And then gently allow the right side of your ear to come to the right shoulder. The chin follows, and we keep going up and over. The chin rolls up. And then the chin comes to the left shoulder and your head rolls all the way down. And that's a complete circle on this side. Let's do 4 more to the right side. So rolling up, chin to right shoulder first, circling all the way up, and then down the left. We have 3 more times. Particularly doing this in the morning when our muscles are a little bit tighter and when the bones generally have swollen from sleeping overnight. That happens to all of us. So the neck may be feeling a little sensitive here. The next time that your head goes down the left side, just allow the gaze to be downward towards your mat, and we'll switch directions. Now the chin going to the left shoulder first. It rolls up and then it rolls down the right shoulder. Perhaps noticing some asymmetries in your body. 4 more times. Again, moving with your breath. Generally, the exhale is when the head is descending and going down. The inhale when it comes up. Let's do it 1 more complete time. Then the head will rest in the center. As we now finish with these hip movements, so keep the hands where they are, but bring the knees to touch if your anatomy allows it. If it doesn't, that's perfectly okay. So now let's start with the right leg. Kick the heel up so that we've got this beautiful 90-degree angle with our knee and our calf. Bring the knee out to the side. And then exhale, bring the right knee back down. And we do that 4 more times. Inhale, right leg kicks up and back. The knee comes out to the side. And exhale, the right knee comes down. 3 more times. Please try and just go to where your hip range of motion goes to without leaning too much into the left hip. So you'll really notice the challenge and the strength that's required when you do this. Definitely feel that into the right glute muscle. Let's do it one more time. Kick up as high as you can, out, and then down and in. Let's come to the other side. The left heel now kicks up. Left knee out to the side, left knee down. Left foot kicks up, 90-degree angle, as best you can. Knee comes out to the side, and left knee comes down. 3 more. Remembering not to compensate too much by leaning into your right hip. Just try and use the strength in the inner left thigh and the glute muscle here. Try and open the leg. One more time. We come back to the first side. We do the exact same thing in the opposite way. So now on the inhale, open the knee out to the side first, flex the right foot, then kick it up and back and down. So inhale, it comes out to the side and back, same breath. And exhale, the knee comes down. 3 more times. Inhale. And exhale, knee comes down. 2 more. Try and go with more of a feeling in the body as opposed to what you look like. Let's switch to the other side. So left knee now comes out to the side. The left foot is flexed. Left knee and foot up and back and then down. So inhale, the knee comes out to the side, kicks up and back and then down. 3 more times. Your breath capacity, the feeling within your own body, what feels right in your hips, in your core, in your hands. And let's stop there and come to just sit back onto your heels and take a moment of pause here. Noticing whether you have built any heat in that short sequence. If your body, breath, mind feels any different. And it's a chance now to allow yourself to check in with the heart rate and to start to allow it to slow down, come back to more of a restful state. So the movement starts to transform our body, and now we move into Pranayama, which starts to transform our mind. So find a comfortable seat, whether that's sitting cross-legged on a cushion or sitting in a chair or just staying in this position, sitting on your heels. I quite like just sitting on my heels like this. It helps my spine feel nice and tall. It allows the breath to come in quite easily and out. So just take this time now to set yourself up as we'll move into alternate nostril breathing. So alternate nostril breathing will consist of having the index finger and the middle finger folding in towards your palm, the big pad of your thumb. And you'll have your thumb and your ring and little finger free. And so now we'll bring the thumb to the nose and the ring finger to the nose, so the ridge of the nostrils. The thumb should just be lightly resting on the ridge of the right nostril, and the ring finger and little finger just gently resting on the left. Just continuing with a smooth and steady breath. We're not placing any pressure. We haven't started alternate nostril breathing yet. Just allowing yourself now to feel the movement of the breath passing along the nostrils, the nasal passages. Allowing the eyes to close down. And as we start to tune in with the breath that moves in and out along the nostrils, we actually start to tune in with what's called prana, the energy within the body. It might just be physical sensation, it can be that gentle vibration of the breath moving in and out. So in a moment, we will begin alternate nostril breathing, and we'll have a rhythm of 1-to-1 breathing. So what that means is whatever your capacity of breath is, whether that's 3, 4, or 5 counts in, you want to have 3, 4, or 5 counts on the way out for your exhale. So keeping it the same length, helping to balance both sides of the hemispheres of the brain. So let's all start with an inhale together. And exhale completely, emptying yourself of air. Block right nostril, inhale left. Block left and exhale right. Inhale right. Block right and exhale left. Inhale left. Block left and exhale right. Inhale right. Block right and exhale left. We'll continue here for another couple of minutes, allowing you to start to tune in with your breath rhythm. Just notice how it starts to feel. There's this extremely balancing and calming effect by having the breath the same ratio on inhale and exhale. If your arm starts to get tired, you're more than welcome to release the arm down and just mentally do the alternate nostril breathing. For the more energetic connection, just feeling that subtle vibration as the breath moves in and out of the nostrils helps you connect to your own breath, your own body, and where your mind is at. Remember to take the seriousness out of your practice. If your face feels like it's contracted, please start to release your eyebrows, your jaw, your neck and your shoulders. And let your seat be comfortable, but feel the spine nice and tall. Continuing with your pranayama. Wherever you are, complete one more round. The complete round is when it passes in through the left, out through the right, in right, and out left. Please don't rush yourself here. Just take your time. I'll give you a few moments to complete your rounds as you may be at different times to everybody else. When you complete your final round, please just allow your hand to rest down in your lap. To take a few adjusting breaths here. So whether any tension started to build up in the body when you were breathing, just allow your breath rhythm to come back to a steady and calm rate, rhythm, and effort. Keeping the eyes closed down. This is another checkpoint to see if you are feeling any different from when you began practice to now. Checking in with yourself physically, emotionally, energetically, and mentally. Softly now allow your eyes to blink open and make your way into your lying down position for your Nidra. If you are needing to sit in a chair, please do so and make yourself extremely comfortable. If you're lying down, please make sure that you've got a cushion to go underneath your head and some cushions or a bolster to go underneath your knees, just to allow the body to completely melt so that you feel like you can let go of the physical and mental tension. And again, having a blanket or something covering your eyes so that there's minimal distraction or desire to move. When you get to that place of ultimate comfort, heels are a little wider than hip distance apart, perhaps even as wide as your yoga mat, if that's comfortable for you. Shoulder blades rolling down the back and away from the ears. Cushion or something underneath your head to ensure that there's this beautiful neutral plane between your chest, chin, and forehead, so that the breath can easily pass in and out with minimal effort. The eyes are closed down. And you prepare yourself for a healing Yoga Nidra. Please now just set the intention to stay aware for the practice. Know that a part of you will remain aware while the rest of you, your body and your mind, may go to sleep. If you are feeling sleepy already, maybe just place your elbow so it's resting on the floor and have the palm upward so that if you do kind of doze off, the palm will fall in towards your belly or out away from you. So it will just allow you to come back into awareness. Setting the intention to remain aware. And now please begin to shape your breath, diaphragmatical breathing. So on your inhale, feeling your belly slow and smooth. And on your exhale, feeling the navel descend towards the spine. Doing 10 of those with relatively little movement in the chest. With each inhale, there's this sense of regeneration and renewal. And with each exhale, feeling as though you're letting go more and more of mental, physical, emotional, and energetic tension. Releasing. In these controlled breaths, just to begin with, try and make it as smooth as possible. No pauses after inhale or exhale. Trying to make the flow seamless and effortless. When you finish your 10 breaths, just allow the breath now to come back to its involuntary flow. Just allowing it to move on its own natural rhythm. Even here, just noticing wherever you are, you're surrounded by a nurturing environment. If you notice that your breath feels a little faster or your heart rate feels a little fast or challenged, you may be just trying to slow down your breath too quickly. So I really encourage you to try and let go of the control of the breath. Now just letting it flow effortlessly. Now to reconcile with a part of you that may go to sleep, mind and body. And trusting that a part of you will remain aware to listen to the instructions. Just as you started to pay attention to the environment, the nurturing tone to the environment, please now connect with any sensations within the body, becoming attuned to sensation. Wherever that may be in your body right now. And as you're connecting to sensation, please now bring your attention to the third eye center between your eyebrows and feel this collection of light, energy, may even feel like a pulsation in this space. And just take note of it. Experience it without having to do anything with it. Feeling, experiencing, sensing this collection or pulsation in the third eye center. And we'll do the same for each point as I list them as we go throughout the body. Throat center, point of light, collection of light or vibration. Right shoulder joint, right elbow, right wrist, the tip of your right thumb, index finger, middle finger, the ring fingertip, the little finger, collection of light or pulsation, right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder joint, and back to the throat center. Left shoulder joint, left elbow, left wrist, collection of light, pulsation, sensation. Left thumb, index finger, middle finger, the ring fingertip, the little fingertip, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, center of the throat, collection of light, healing, restorative, heart center, behind the breastbone, deep in the center of the chest. Middle of the right breast to the right side of the heart, point of light. Heart center. Left chest or breast, point of light. Back to heart center. Navel center. Collection of light, pulsation, sensation. Top of the sacrum towards the back body. Right hip joint. Right knee. Right ankle. Big right toe. second toe, third, fourth, and fifth toe. Collection of light, pulsation or sensation, whole body relaxing. Right ankle joint, right knee, right hip. Top of the sacrum towards the back body, collection or pulsation. Left hip joint, left knee, left ankle, the big left toe, second toe, whole body relaxed, third toe, fourth and fifth little toe, left ankle, left knee, left hip joint, collection of light, sensation or pulsation. Top of the sacrum towards the back body. Navel center, collection of light, luminosity, whole body relaxed, mind and body sleeps, but awareness remains aware. Heart center, throat center, midbrain, third eye center, point of light, sensation or pulsation. Whole body is relaxed. The whole body is relaxed. As you now rest in this luminosity, this collection of light, begin to sense each of those points of light like constellations in the night sky. You are the spaciousness between these points of light. And you are the light itself. Sensing the points of light in the body, the space between, feeling that you are the spaciousness and the points of light. Please rest in this spaciousness and light of healing and nurturance for another several moments. Mind and body sleeps, and yet awareness remains aware. Please now bring your attention to the crown of your head. Just become aware of the space at the top of your head. May even be a sensation there, a pulsation. Collection of light at the top of the head. Breath is effortless. Each exhale, you're letting go. And keeping the breath effortless, and your attention at the crown of the head. On your next exhale, feel the descent of breath move down the central channel of the body. It reaches the base of the spine. It divides and moves down through both legs to reach the soles of the feet. On inhale, it moves back up towards the crown of the head, moving up both legs, meeting at the base of the spine and coming back up to the crown of the head. Doing that 10 times with the flow of your breath. Exhale, the breath moves down, no effort, sensing it divide at the legs, reaching the soles of the feet. And on inhale, moves from soles of the feet back up towards the crown of the head. Please continue with your own breath rhythm. The next time your awareness returns to the crown, your exhale will descend down to the ankles, moving down the central channel of the body, dividing at the legs and landing at the ankles. And the inhale will bring the breath the same way back up towards the crown of the head. 10 times. Please do not be concerned if your breath is a little more fast or slow than when the instructions are coming through. Just go with your own breath rhythm. No effort, no strain. The next time your breath collects back at the crown, your next exhale, it will descend from the crown to the knees, still dividing. When you get to the base of the spine, it moves down to both knees. Your inhale, it will come back up towards the crown, moving up through the central channel of the body 5 times. Gradually noticing the breath becoming more smooth and effortless. When breath reaches the crown, it now descends to the base of the spine, moving directly down the central channel of the body, moving back up to the crown on inhale 5 times. And now from crown to navel center to crown 5 times. Crown to heart center to crown 5 times. Breath becoming more effortless, less and less need and desire to want to take big breaths in. Crown to throat center to crown 5 times. Effortless. Crown to third eye center 5 times. Almost feels like a pulse moving back and forward in the crown center and the third eye center. Now come back to the crown center, the top of the head. Your next set of breaths will go down to the tip of the nose, just below the tip of the nose on exhale. From the crown center, you exhale, the breath descends down along that central channel just below the tip of the nose. The inhale draws it back up towards the crown. Effortless, feeling this stream of breath, light, energy moving back and forth 25 times. Please now let go of the breathing and allow yourself to rest in spaciousness, in lightness. No place to be, nothing to do. Resting, relaxing, and surrendering. Please just take another minute or so to rest in the spaciousness that you created for yourself. The nurturing and healing environment within and outside of you. Without moving your body, bring your awareness back to your body lying on its surface. Keeping the eyes closed down. No movements in the body. And now start to return with a deeper inhale and exhale. Starting to remind your nervous system of voluntary movement in the breath. Alert now to any sensations in the body, and any thoughts or patterning that may have been reconditioned throughout class. As you're bringing more breath into the body with each inhale, start now to make some small movements into your fingers and your toes. Gentle wrist circles and ankle circles. Just gently allow the head to turn one way and then the head to roll to the other direction. And take about 20 seconds or so to allow the head to move and roll to the side like this, just a few more times. You'll feel this sense of lightness that starts to rotate, that connecting part of the skull to the rest of the body. Feel this sense of freedom and lightness. And then when you're ready, please roll to your right side to not shock the nervous system. Just take a pause on your right side for a few moments, resting on your pillow or your right arm, keeping the eyes closed down. You may want to stay resting on your right side for a little bit longer. If you're ready to join me, come back up to your comfortable seat, allowing the hips to be a little higher than the knees to allow your seat to be comfortable. Bring your hands to heart center in prayer, just to acknowledge your practice, to acknowledge yourself taking time for you today, to look after yourself, to help your nervous system, which will ultimately help anybody or anything that you come into contact with today or moving forward. Bow your chin towards your hands, a sense of gratitude. Practice is now complete. Namaste. Please take this time now, if you wish, to journal or to just sit in meditation. Really encouraging you not to rush off your mat unless you really have somewhere to go or something to do. Just take a few moments of pause to let the practice sink in. To start to assimilate that relaxation.